Welcome to Madagascar, the world's fourth largest island, a place where the ordinary rules of geography, biology, and even time itself seem to have been left behind. This is a land that seems to have missed the memo on how the rest of the planet works, and honestly, it's better for it. Millions of years ago, Madagascar broke away from Africa and India, drifting out into the Indian Ocean. Isolated and unsupervised, it became a wild evolutionary playground where nature could experiment without interference. Here, cartoonish animals with wide eyes, spiky rocks that look like they belong on another planet, and upside-down trees are just part of the scenery. It's a place where the bizarre is simply normal. Traveling in Madagascar isn't your typical vacation. It's a crash course in letting go of expectations and embracing the unexpected at every turn. The island runs on mora mora, or slowly, a pace that applies to everything from bus schedules to chameleons crossing the road. Here, time stretches and bends, and nobody seems to mind. Rushing is pointless. Madagascar will outwait you every time. The only thing you can do is relax and go with the flow. There are no superhighways or global coffee chains, just raw, unfiltered adventure. Every journey is an expedition, and every stop is a story waiting to happen. Roads dissolve into muddy suggestions, and the wildlife looks like it escaped from a fantasy novel. Lemurs leap through the trees, chameleons change color before your eyes, and geckos glow in neon hues. This isn't the polished, predictable travel you see in brochures. It's chaotic, challenging, and unforgettable. Every day brings new surprises, and every challenge becomes a memory you'll never forget. Madagascar is Africa, but not quite. Asia, but not really. A world unto itself, shaped by isolation and time. It's a place that defies easy definition. It's a living museum where the exhibits run wild, and the line between visitor and participant blurs with every step you take. Forget what you know about how the world works. Madagascar didn't get the instructions, and it's thriving anyway. Life here is improvised, resilient, and endlessly creative. Your job? Show up, surrender to the chaos, and pack extra patience. You'll need it, but you'll also leave with stories, friendships, and a sense of wonder that only Madagascar can deliver. Madagascar is not the place for monkeys, it's the kingdom of lemurs. With over 100 species, lemurs are the island's evolutionary oddballs, from the singing Indri to the bizarre ai. Spotting them in the wild is surreal. Ring-tailed lemurs parade past, sificas dance sideways, and every encounter feels like a scene from a fantasy. Local guides, with their uncanny wildlife spotting skills, are essential to the experience. After seeing lemurs leap through the trees, squirrels and pigeons back home will never impress you again. Madagascar's primates are proof that evolution has a sense of humour, and that the best wildlife is found where the world went off script. They're the furry ambassadors of this strange, wonderful land. In Madagascar, baobabs aren't just trees. They're ancient monuments. The avenue of the baobabs looks like a landscape from another planet, with trees that seem planted upside down. At sunrise or sunset, these giants become silhouettes against a blazing sky, humbling everyone who visits. Baobabs are scattered across the island, each species with its own quirky shape. They're more than tourist attractions. They're vital to local ecosystems and culture. Standing beneath a baobab, you feel the weight of centuries and realize your travel woes are insignificant. In a land of constant motion, baobabs are symbols of stillness and endurance. They remind you that some things are built to last. Welcome to Tsingy de Bemaraha, a national park made of limestone daggers. Tsingy means where one cannot walk barefoot, an understatement for this spiky, otherworldly maze. Getting here is an adventure in itself, but the reward is a landscape like no other. Exploring the Tsingy means harnesses, suspension bridges, and squeezing through razor-sharp crevices. It's a vertical obstacle course, not for the faint of heart. Yet life thrives here. Lemurs and birds adapted to this stone fortress. Conquering the Tsingy is a badge of honor, and the views are unforgettable. In Madagascar, the road is not just a path, it is the adventure itself, a journey that tests your spirit and patience. Smooth highways are a myth here. Instead, you'll find routes that range from mildly bumpy to full-on geological disasters, challenging even the most seasoned travelers. Potholes here are so enormous, they seem to have their own smaller potholes within them, creating a labyrinth of obstacles. The main mode of transport is the taxi routes, overstuffed minibuses that leave only when impossibly full, packed with people, luggage, and sometimes even livestock. Patience isn't just a virtue here, it's a necessity for survival, as waiting becomes a part of the journey. Hiring a 4x4 with a driver might offer more comfort, but it doesn't guarantee speed. The roads dictate the pace. Drivers are not just chauffeurs. They are navigators, mechanics and diplomats, skillfully steering through zebu carts and negotiating vanished bridges. These slow journeys offer a unique window into Malagasy life. Villages bustling with activity, children waving enthusiastically, and breathtaking landscapes unfolding at a human pace. You're fully present, bounced into a state of heightened awareness, every jolt reminding you of the road's unpredictability. Every river crossing feels like a small victory, every rare patch of smooth tarmac, a precious gift from the road gods. The journey itself becomes the experience, a shared adventure that bonds travelers and locals alike. Madagascar's roads force you to connect with the country in a way no high-speed train ever could, fostering genuine interactions and understanding. It's frustrating, exhausting, and absolutely essential, a rite of passage that leaves you with stories to tell and memories to cherish. To understand Madagascar, you must understand the zebu. This humpbacked cow is everywhere, pulling carts, ploughing fields and grazing in the countryside. Zebu are wealth, currency and the centerpiece of rituals. A man's status is measured by his herd. The bond between Malagasy people and zebu is deep, forged over centuries. Zebu steak is a staple served with rice and fiery sake sauce, a taste of Malagasy culture. The zebu is both sacred symbol and Tuesday night dinner, a paradox that fits this land of contradictions. Watch how they're decorated for ceremonies and how farmers guide them with care. Zebu are more than background scenery. They're the steady anchor of Madagascar's identity. In a land of oddities, the zebu quietly carries the weight of tradition. Dining in Madagascar is a culinary adventure. Rice is the foundation, piled high at every meal. The Malagasy saying goes, if you haven't eaten rice, you haven't eaten. Laoka, the accompaniment, ranges from zebu stews to chicken in coconut sauce. Try romazava, a stew with buzz button flowers that tingle and numb your mouth. A delicious, slightly alarming experience. Street food is where Malagasy snacking shines. Mofo gassi, rice cakes, grilled meats, and even fried insects for the bowl. To drink, there's Renan and Pango, burnt rice water, smoky and bitter, a true taste of Malagasy resourcefulness. It's not luxury, but it's authentic, and every bite is a step deeper into the island's culture. Eating here is a rite of passage for any traveller. After weeks of rough roads, Nosy Be is Madagascar's tropical escape. Turquoise waters, sandy beaches and luxury resorts. Here the roads are paved, the water's hot, and cocktails come with umbrellas. It's the island's concession to the classic beach holiday, a place to relax and recharge. Snorkel coral reefs, visit Ilang Ilang distilleries or just lounge on the sand. But Nosy Be can feel like a bubble, more international than Malagasy. You trade unpredictable adventure for comfort and convenience. It's a welcome break for some, but lacks the raw charm of the mainland. If you want pampering, it's perfect. If you crave the untamed, the real magic is back on those dusty roads. Nosy Be is lovely, but Madagascar's heart beats strongest elsewhere. So, should you go to Madagascar? It's a question that lingers in the mind of every traveller who's ever dreamed of wild places and untamed beauty. The answer isn't simple, and it's not for everyone. The logical part of me says no. It's challenging, unpredictable, and will test your patience in ways you might not expect. The roads are rough, the weather can change in an instant, and comfort is never guaranteed. But honestly, that's exactly why you should go. If you crave adventure, if you want to step outside your comfort zone and experience something truly different, Madagascar is calling your name. Madagascar is one of the last true adventures left on Earth, a place for travelers who find beauty in imperfection, who value the journey as much as the destination, and who are willing to embrace the unknown. Here, you'll trade luxury for authenticity. It strips away modern comforts and forces you to engage with the world in a raw, meaningful way, connecting you with people and places on a deeper level. You'll leave with stories you couldn't have imagined, new perspectives that challenge your worldview, and a deep appreciation for resilience, both nature's and your own. Every challenge becomes a memory, every hardship a lesson. If this glimpse of Madagascar sparked your curiosity, consider supporting our work. Your encouragement helps us keep sharing these untold stories and inspiring more adventures. Your help fuels the journeys, the gear, and yes, the endless supply of stomach medicine that every traveller here inevitably needs. It's what keeps us going, even on the toughest days. Join our community, become part of the adventure, and help us keep exploring. Together we can discover more, learn more, and share more with the world. Thank you for reading, and as they say in Madagascar, Veloma, until we meet again. The adventure is waiting, and the next story is just around the corner.